Indian economic updates. India's pursuit of a self-reliant, multi-domain air defense shield recently took a major leap forward. The Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, successfully conducted maiden flight trials of the Integrated Air Defense Weapons System (IADWS), codenamed Sudarshan Chakra, off the coast of Odisha, showcasing its ability to counter diverse aerial threats. This cutting-edge integrated air defense weapon system is built as a robust, multi-layered shield, fusing quick-reaction surface-to-air missiles for medium-range intercepts, very short-range air defense system missiles for close-in threats, and a high-power laser-based directed energy weapon for rapid neutralization of low-flying targets. For the first test, integrated air defense weapon system simultaneously engaged 3 distinct targets: a pair of high-speed fixed-wing UAVs, simulating fighter jets, and a multicopter drone, at varied ranges and altitudes, successfully destroying them all. The system's performance was confirmed by data collected via range instruments, which verified flawless coordination across all components: detection, command and control, communication, radar, and weaponry. The entire operations were overseen by a centralized command and control center, developed by DRDO. This hub seamlessly integrates the weapons and sensors, quick reaction surface-to-air missiles, very short-range air defense system, and laser-based directed energy weapon, to deliver a unified and rapid response. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh lauded the achievement, praising DRDO, the armed forces, and industry collaborators for this proud domestic milestone. He highlighted that integrated air defense weapon system will significantly strengthen area defense for vital infrastructure. These successful tests are a key milestone in Mission Sudarshan Chakra, announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during this year's Independence Day speech. The mission envisages building an Iron Dome-style, nationwide defensive shield by 2035, using entirely indigenous technology. A central component of this mission, Project Kusha, focuses on developing long-range interceptors with capabilities extending beyond 400 kilometers. Trial runs of these systems are slated to begin as early as 2026, further augmenting India's layered defense infrastructure. In essence, India's maiden integrated air defense weapon system test represents not just a technological milestone but a key stride toward an integrated, indigenous air defense ecosystem to secure the nation for decades ahead. In the Union Budget 2025-26, Indian Railways received an allocation of 2.52 lakh rupees crore, with Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav announcing major projects worth 4.6 lakh rupees crore to be completed in 4 to 5 years. These include new railway lines, station redevelopment, doubling, and infrastructure upgrades. The plan features manufacturing 200 Vande Bharat, 100 Amrit Bharat, and 50 Namo Bharat trains in both sleeper and chair car variants over the next 2 to 3 years to improve intercity travel. Of the 17,500 approved general coaches, 1,400 will be ready by 31st March, and 2,000 by FY 2025-26. Approval has also been given for 1,000 new flyovers. Cargo capacity is expected to reach 1.6 billion tons by March end, making India the second largest freight railway after China. Complete electrification is targeted this year, and safety investments have increased to 1.14 lakh rupees crore, with a total railway budget of 2.64 lakh rupees crore, including public-private partnerships. Jammu and Kashmir, known as the Crown of India. New chapters of development are being written every day. The progress achieved in Jammu and Kashmir in recent years had not been seen in decades. Rapid and unprecedented infrastructure development has taken place, and the region is setting new milestones of progress. Giving further momentum to this journey of growth, today marks the inauguration and foundation stone laying of 220 projects worth more than 32,000 crore rupees in Jammu and Kashmir. A historic initiative has been taken in the healthcare sector with the inauguration of AIIMS Jammu, built at a cost of 1,660 crore rupees. This world-class medical facility will benefit not only the people of Jammu and Kashmir but also citizens of Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Along with this, the inauguration of IIT Jammu, built at a cost of about 1,180 crore rupees, and IIM Jammu, built at a cost of 500 crore rupees, has made Jammu the only place in the country where an IIT, IIM and AIIMS coexist. These premier institutions of higher education will open new avenues for youth in advanced technology and management skills, enabling them to contribute meaningfully to nation building. Indian Railways, considered the lifeline of the nation, has gifted projects worth nearly 16,300 crore rupees to the region. The 48-kilometer Banihal-Khari Sambha single-line railway section, constructed at a cost of about 15,800 crore rupees, has been dedicated to the nation. Additionally, the notification of the 186-kilometer Baramulla-Srinagar railway line has been inaugurated. These railway routes will open new doors of prosperity for Jammu and Kashmir and play a key role in tourism as well as socio-economic development. Additionally, the notification of the 186-kilometer Baramulla-Srinagar Banihal railway line, completed at a cost of 470 crore rupees, has been inaugurated. These include the crucial Srinagar-Baramulla-Uri road project, a 4-lane flyover, and the Srinagar Ring Road. Large-scale development of roads, tunnels, and flyovers will strengthen connectivity to remote areas, boost tourism, and accelerate social and economic development. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 82 projects worth about 1,500 crore rupees have also been inaugurated. These primarily include projects under the Prime Minister's Development Package, about 780 crore rupees in the power sector, 350 crore rupees in housing and urban affairs, 200 crore rupees for urban infrastructure, and 75 crore rupees in road construction. In addition, foundation stones have been laid for 124 projects worth more than 1,600 crore rupees, including 890 crore rupees for road and bridge construction, 350 crore rupees for 3,100 flats for Kashmiri migrant employees, and 280 crore rupees for 9 new industrial estates. These multidimensional and citizen-centric development projects will bring ease of living to the people and open new doors of economic and social progress. To boost civil aviation in the region, the foundation stone for the new terminal at Jammu Airport, to be built at a cost of 865 crore rupees, has been laid. This expanded terminal will be capable of handling increased air traffic, offer better facilities for passengers and significantly enhance economic growth. It will also give Jammu and Kashmir a prominent place on the international tourism map. The foundation stone has been laid for a common user petroleum terminal, to be constructed at a cost of about 680 crore rupees. This terminal will serve as a storage and distribution hub for petroleum products across the entire region. The inauguration and foundation laying of development projects on such a large scale mark the beginning of a golden era for Jammu and Kashmir. The journey of a developed India and a developed Jammu and Kashmir continues with unwavering momentum. For centuries, India's civilization has flourished along the coasts. From the ancient Chola Empire to the mighty Maratha Navy, our ancestors ruled the seas and dominated maritime routes. However, over time, we drifted away from our rich maritime legacy. Even after independence, India's maritime sector continued to operate under the shadows of the British colonial framework. Until 2014, India lacked a clear vision for its maritime development. Our ports had limited capacity, transportation delays hampered cargo movement, and international trade suffered as a result. India was nowhere close to being recognized among the world's leading maritime nations. Then came a historic transformation under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, who envisioned restoring India's maritime glory. He not only created a dedicated ministry for ports, shipping, and waterways but also launched sweeping reforms in this sector. The progress achieved over the past 11 years has been unprecedented. Earlier, India's total port capacity was 1,561 million tons, which has now increased to 2,762 million tons. Today, 9 Indian ports rank among the top 100 ports in the world. The container turnaround time at Indian ports has been reduced from 48 hours in 2013 to 14 to just 24 hours in 2023 to 24. In the International Shipment Index, India's rank improved from 44th in 2019 to 22nd in 2023, a remarkable leap that reflects the nation's growing maritime strength. Under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, India has broken free from the colonial chains that once constrained its maritime growth. In the recent monsoon session of Parliament, 5 new maritime bills were passed, aligning India's maritime framework with global standards and paving the way for a stronger international presence. With the launch of the Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047, India is writing a new chapter in its maritime journey. By the time the nation celebrates 100 years of independence, the goal is for India to become one of the top 5 shipbuilding nations, multiply its port capacity, and emerge as a true maritime power. To realize this vision, projects worth 8,000 crore rupees have been launched. These include a new container terminal at Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port, Kolkata, to boost trade in eastern India, and a modern container terminal at Paradeep Port, aimed at enhancing mineral exports. Strong coastal protection walls are being built in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Chennai, while at Deen Dayal Port, Kandla, multipurpose facilities will further accelerate India's modern maritime development. The inauguration of the Mumbai International Cruise Terminal, the largest in India, will not only boost tourism but also create thousands of new jobs. Initiatives such as the Maritime Development Fund, Shipbuilding Financial Assistance Policy, and Shipbuilding Development Scheme, announced in the Union Budget 2025-26, with an allocation of 70,000 crore rupees, will ensure that India emerges as a global maritime leader. These measures will bring immense benefits: faster trade, improved cargo handling, lower import costs, and enhanced global competitiveness for Indian products. This is not merely about building infrastructure, it is about laying the foundation of a new blue economy. India has always revered the ocean as a divine force and a source of wisdom. Today, with the vision of a developed India by 2047, we are reviving our maritime traditions with renewed pride and purpose. In the coming years, India will not only become a developed nation but also rise as a global maritime power, guiding the world through its strength, heritage, and innovation.